This problem is a geometry problem that uses algebra. There's two ways I'm going to show you how to get the information that you need to complete the problem. First, let's see what this problem is. A floor tile is made up of smaller squares. Each square measures 3 inches on each side. Find the perimeter of the floor tile. Leave the answer in simplest radical form. So the perimeter, which they're asking us to do, is the outside. And what they've given us is a measure of the sides of each square. So the problem here is that this is a square that's been cut in half. So we need to figure out what this length is right here. So in order to illustrate what we're looking for, this would be a floor tile and it's square, and I'm going to put it diagonally on like a diamond, how they have it in the illustration. So this side is 3 inches and this side is, they're all 3 inches around. The problem is on the edge, this is not 3 inches. So when we cut a square in half, we get something that looks like this, sort of a triangle. So we know that this here is a right angle. This is one of my sides. This is the other side. And I need to find this side right here in order to figure out the perimeter, because I have 2 of those sides which are really the hypotenuse of the triangles. So there's 2 ways I can do this. If you remember your 45, 45, 90-degree special triangle, we can set up a table. So the angles opposite each side is my 45 degrees. So that means this is my x, this is my x, and this is x square root of 2, if you remember that formula. So that means my x corresponds with my 45 degrees, which is 3. So my hypotenuse is 3 square root of 2. That's a real easy way of doing it if you remember that. If you don't remember doing that, then you're going to need to use the Pythagorean theorem. And the Pythagorean theorem is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. So this is going to be a little bit more involved. So my c squared is equal to 3 squared plus 3 squared, because my c is my hypotenuse and that's what I'm solving for. So c squared is equal to 9 plus 9. C squared is equal to 18. So I have to take the square root of both sides, and because I'm looking for distance, I'm only taking the positive. So that means that c is equal to the square root of 18, which is the same as the square root of 9 times 2, and the square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 2 is the square root of 2. So c is equal to 3 square root of 2. So either way I get the same answer. All depends on how you want to solve for your hypotenuse. So when I'm looking at my picture here, I have a hypotenuse here, 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 and here. So how many hypotenuses do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my perimeter is going to be 8 times my hypotenuse, which I've labeled C. So that means my perimeter is 8 times 3 square root of 2. So my perimeter is 24 square root of 2.